My girlfriend won't stop sniffling. What do I do? I, 34M, love my girlfriend, 34F, whom I've been dating for 5 years and living with for 4. But, several months every year, she sniffles constantly in our apartment, and I can't stand the sound. I've told her that the sound bothers me, and I've asked her to please use tissues, which I've put around the apartment. She takes Sudafed if I say it is really bothering me, but I feel like a terrible, controlling person for asking her to take meds to make me feel more comfortable. It drives me crazy, and I don't know what to do. I want to leave the room or get out of bed to get away from her when she's going this. It seems not normal to sniffle so much. But maybe it's not normal for the sound to bother me so much? Does anyone have ideas of what to do about this? ETA. It isn't allergies, but it is correlated with the cold weather. Just to be clear, it's the snorting inward sound that gets to me, not the mucus or anything. Dang, can we switch relationship problems? If she has allergies, which it definitely sounds like she does, blowing her nose might not help that much. I'm a pretty sniffly person, but also don't really clear anything out if I try to blow. I'd gently suggest that she see an allergist because being the one doing the sniffling sucks too. Good luck with this. Allergies can be super hard to deal with. Edit. Because typing is hard. Misophonia. This is a real thing. Sinus rinse, works amazing. Feels uncomfortable as fuck at first but really does a great job and you get used to it. So, who sniffled while reading this one? Is it something about the air of your apartment that changes with the seasons? Or just seasonal allergies? Perhaps a humidifier could help your situation if she is up to that. How can we tell our friends that their kid can't come to our Christmas party? Hello everyone. My fiancé and I, both 23, have a small group of friends, all ages 22-24. 2 of our friends are a married couple and have a 3.5-year-old little girl. I just finished decorating the house for Christmas. It's our first year living together, and we haven't had an engagement party, so we thought it would be nice to have a little Christmas party with nice dinner and plenty of drinks. The problem is that our friend's kid is an absolute nightmare. We have a little get-together maybe once a month, and we have to baby-proof the entire home before they arrive, taking down all knickknacks and books, putting locks on the fridge and pantry, hide our cat in the laundry room, etc. And things still usually get broken, stained. She has destroyed collectible toys that I've allowed her to play with, stained our carpet with pizza, and colored all over our coffee table with markers. Her care also gets left up to me or another person because both of her parents want to drink and have a good time, and it's like she's physically incapable of just sitting and watching a movie. I already have my Christmas tree up and wrapped gifts under it, and I really don't want to have to put everything away. They are the only ones with a kid, so I can't say the event as adults only because they will take it as a personal dig, which, I mean. My fiancé tried once to get them to leave her at home by saying something along the lines of, "Why don't you guys leave the baby at home so you can relax and have a good time?" And it turned into a whole thing about how we hate their kid, which isn't true. Any advice on how to navigate this? Thanks. Edit. I just wanted to say thank you to everyone. This is all good advice and I'll definitely be firm when I send the invite out. Thank you. They are the only ones with a kid, so I can't say the event as adults only because they will take it as a personal dig, which, I mean. This won't be the last child-free event there is. Just let them know that it's adults only. If they have an issue with it, and stop being your friends. Not much you can do. You're just going to have to be blunt. I can't make my house safe enough for your child, and I'm not interested in having my stuff ruined more. If they make it about how you hate their kid, frankly, I'd say, your kid is adorable. The problem I have is the lack of parenting that happens in my house. They won't like it, but facts is facts. Or just don't extend them an invitation. Fiancé called off wedding, now focus is on my reaction. Hello. So, long complicated story short, my 28F partner, 29M, have been together a little over 5 years. 2 months before our wedding he has a mental breakdown due to life surrounding an injury weighing on him and calls off our wedding and takes back my engagement ring. The first 2 weeks were the worst, and then I went and visited my family for about a month to clear my head. Ever since I've been back, early October, our roles have been swapped and apparently now all of this is my fault for now being accepting of his affection. He claims he's trying to resolve our issues and my sadness, resentment is what's holding us back. I still don't have my ring back. I also finally mustered up the balls to ask for it back, so at least I know he's serious about repairing the relationship. He has said no about 20 times. I feel like a dog being given commands, and if I don't complete them in a timely fashion I don't get my treat. I'm at a point where I feel completely split. Half of me wants to just wipe my hands clean and move on, and the other half of me is desperate to not let go. I love him so much, but the last few months have been agonizing. I don't know what to do. I can't imagine my life without him. I should mention he's also refusing couples counseling until I go to therapy alone, because apparently that's what his therapist recommended. He claims my reaction to this whole mess is basically out of control and I should be more emotionally mature and react with kindness and understanding. I'll admit I've gone off the rails a few times, but I am genuinely trying my best to get through this. Too long did not read. Partner called off wedding but wants to still be together. Now it's my fault he won't give me my ring back. Also the whole counseling thing, remember it's his information that he's feeding to his counselor. Secondly, you don't even know if what he's telling you is what the counselor said. Again, dump him and move on. Your partner's counselor is not an authority on you, and has no way to make informed or useful recommendations. The good news is, you got a preview of what your ex-fiancé is like when facing adversity before becoming fully legally entangled to him. And you've seen now that you two are not a team. Something about your couple dynamic won't go the distance. And it sounds like he lacks any sense of accountability to you. Break it off for good. Block him, his friends, his family, and do what you need to in order to mourn the loss of a dream and a relationship. May 2023 be a year in which the people who are privileged to be in your life are consistently kind to you. I, 31F, unknowingly slept with a 36M married man. Do I tell his wife? Sorry if this is not the right subreddit to ask this question. Quick backstory. Met a guy at a bar, he bought me and my friends drinks. Told me he was about 3 mo out of a relationship, and so am I, so thought it was perfect. He was charming, fun to talk to, we made out and exchanged numbers that night. He took me on a date a week later. We had a great time with good conversation. We laughed and I really thought we had some kind of connection. We ended the night at my place. Slept together. He left that night but asked me when I'd be free. He made it pretty clear that he wanted to see me again. As it was Thanksgiving week, told him probably not until after. We texted a bit after that night. Fast forward, I'm taking to a friend about him. Friend asks for name and picture. Give him both and he's like, wait, I know this guy. And unless something has changed recently, he's married. Turns out that guy is kinda a family friend of my friend. He's been married since 2019. My friend, a great all-around person who usually gets along with everyone, also said that this guy is a conceited asshole and that even on the odd chance that he's single, not to date him. I decide to ask this guy directly, so I text him, "Hey, are you married?" No room for misunderstanding. He hasn't responded back. Other points. 1. A friend I was with at the bar that night said that this guy's friend was wearing a wedding ring but took it off. Should have known that meant trouble, woman facepalming. 2. This guy told me and my friends that he didn't use social media. My ex didn't either, so foolishly I thought nothing of it. I tried to stalk him the night after meeting him at the bar and couldn't find him. Since he said that he didn't use socials, again, didn't think much of it. However, later found out that he must have preemptively blocked me on social media because a friend was able to look him up and find his profile and main pic with his wife. I do really feel like this guy is shady and deserves to be exposed, but 1. Am worried about retaliation. I am a small, single female that lives alone. He knows where I live. 2. His wife might not believe me anyway. I foolishly deleted our text messages and I have no way to recover them. Advice? I left my partner of 6 years because he cheated on me. So I know how it would feel to find out. It's devastating. And even with that experience, honestly feel like ignorance is bliss sometimes. I know Reddit, and myself, usually, are all about, tell the spouse in these circumstances. And morally, ethically, I stand by that. However, you are not obligated to risk yourself to do so. If you do not feel safe, in terms of potential retaliation, you have to do what is right for you. There's plenty of ways to recover text messages. I had to do it 2 years ago for a visa application. Just do some Googling. You may have to play around with your phone settings, and specifically look into downloading them, rather than recovering them. I was able to download back to the start of my phone number, so 4 years at that point, back to when I entered the country.